You're not just a survivor, but you were a passenger on the Air Canada flight that crashed into a fire truck at New York City's LaGuardia Airport. Can you take me back to what you remember seeing and feeling in those final seconds?
It felt like we just been in a major collision, and the lights went out. People were screaming. There was blood, and the plane just lost control. Now it wasn't even like, okay, we're all hurt. It was, is this plane going to tip over? Is this plane going to roll over? Are we? How fast are we going? We had no idea. So there was just a complete moment of panic and terror, and it's hard to even describe what I was feeling in that moment, because to be honest, all I was thinking was, will I die? And will I see my family again?
During that time, did you ever think to yourself, maybe this might be it?
I remember the first thing I said was, "What the fuck?" And then somebody right after that yelled out loud, "We should get the emergency exit." And I didn't even think about the front of the plane. It looked like a complete disaster. I mean, I knew the plane was destroyed. And then we all just kind of stepped onto the wing, jumped off, and yeah, that was kind of the experience. There's people helping each other. There's people helping each other with the wing. People holding people's hands as they jump down. People holding luggage.
The pictures alone tell the horror of what unfolded on that plane. Can you talk to me about the pilots? Did you hear any screams or anything at all from the cockpit?
The last thing I heard the pilot say was, "Prepare for plummeting." No, there was no warning about imminent collision or anything. It was probably a bit of a surprise to the pilot, and in the 3 seconds where he realized that we were about to hit a truck, he couldn't have done anything about it.
How do you feel about those two pilots who lost their lives?
My heart goes out to their families. There was a lot of pilots who might have panicked in that moment and tried to turn the plane, try to let out some move, but the pilots just tried to hit the brakes as hard as possible, and potentially taking that much energy out of the plane saved a lot of lives. I mean, we had a high impact plane crash and only 2 people died. That was a miracle that we can't thank the pilots enough for.
We've heard reports that the flight attendant was ejected from the plane. Luckily, she had a seatbelt on. Did you see that happen?
I heard people talking about it on the bus afterwards, saying, "Did you see that? Yeah, she flew right out. I heard she's still alive."
Can you give us a sense of how you're feeling right now? Do you feel lucky or are you feeling a sense of anger, frustration? How do you feel?
I mean, I'm not angry at anybody. Air traffic controllers have probably the most stressful job in the country. The pilots um, did the best that they could.
What do you say to people who blame the workers who were responding to an emergency in that truck when it collided with the plane that you were on?
I don't think you're going to make anybody's life better by blaming anybody. It's worth understanding what went wrong, but jumping to blame on people just won't lead to any productive, systematic change that we need to make to save lives in the future.